Happy Money Making Monday.
Happy Money
Hey,
Making Monday.
friend.
Welcome, welcome. Hi,
Yes.
guys.
Friend, where have you been?
Where have you been?
Thank you, right? I'm
All is
loving the hair. I'm
well.
loving the
Thank you.
curls.
Thank
Yeah.
you. How are you on this wonderful Monday?
I'm doing very, very well. No complaints.
Awesome.
And welcome, tribe. For those of you all who know us, welcome back. And for those who don't, welcome. My
Well,
name is Quintaria Brunson, and I'm a financial strategist that is committed, absolutely committed to helping my community position themselves so that they can have the legacy that they desire. If that financial legacy or the legacy that you desire includes real estate, we have some solutions and suggestions for that. If it includes lifetime income, we definitely have ways for you to win in that area. If you want to expand your business or grow a business or learn about franchising, that's an area of expertise that I have as well. But it starts with mindset. So starting Mondays with this platform has just been amazing. And I'm going to let my partner tell about herself and what she shares to our valuable platform as well.
yes, guys. Welcome again. I'm Mercedes Coates. I am the owner of Coatesway Financial. We are a financial services firm where we focus on working with individuals and businesses as well. What we do is we help to protect your income and your assets, help you create tax-free income that you can use throughout your working years, and that will carry you into retirement. So full scale, been in business about 13 years, and my business partner, Quintaria, we make an amazing team to kind of bring everything together for you guys practically, simply, and generationally. I'll say that.
Thank you. Thank you. Don't leave those generations out.
Yes.
But one thing I'll say before we get into our topic today is
Mhm.
I love that what we do allows you to win today and to set your
Mhm.
future generations to win later.
Yep.
Some past products or just older solutions were so archaic that people felt as though like putting this in place, it doesn't help me today. But I love that our
Mhm.
solutions can help you today in the very near future and further out. So
Yes.
today we're talking about big dreams, big savings, and how to save for life's major goals,
Yes.
right? um
Absolutely.
so the quote that I want to share with you all today, I had a couple that I was kind of reading, and like they all kind of popped out to me, but I settled on one from Roy T. Bennett, and it
Okay.
says, dream your own dreams, achieve your own goals, your journey is your own and unique. So
That's it.
dream your own dreams, achieve your own goals, your journey is your own and unique. So like I said,
Mhm.
lots of quotes about goals and
Mhm.
dreams, but just to remind people that this is your life, your legacy, so even with the suggestions that we have, even when we do consultations with people, we're consultants and we're sharing our expertise in our area. But when you mix it with what you got going on,
Yeah.
like no solution is the same,
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Every
everybody's
person has
solution.
different needs,
Yep,
different wants. So what's right for you may not be what's right for the next person.
thank you.
So keep
And
your
even if
blinders
we
on,
pick the
focus.
same, let's say we're talking about a lifetime income, right?
Yeah.
Even if we pick the same product,
Mm.
mine will look different from yours just because of our goals and our family structures and different
Yep.
things of that nature. So that's why that quote really stood out to me today. But
I love
let's
it.
dig into it. Let's dig into it.
Awesome.
So big dreams, big savings, like how you save for life's major goals. And we want to have major goals. You need major goals,
You do. You
Before we
do.
started talking, we were talking. I'm engaged, and Mercedes is married, and we were talking about like our weddings and
Yeah.
weddings. As we know, it's a big goal and a dream for many people, but it can be a costly expense. So one of the first suggestions that
Mhm.
I have is creating a savings roadmap. So we
Mhm.
talk a lot about planning. I'm a strategist, so thinking things out. But really, when it comes to big milestones in your life, like any suggestions on what the roadmap looks like, or how do we even put framework around creating a savings roadmap?
Yeah, I mean, the first thing is first you got to identify the goal first. Identify the goal, and then I would say, kind of work yourself backwards from there.
Mm,
A
reverse
lot of
engineer
times we
it.
might just start adding in stuff, but maybe work your way from the end, having the end in mind, and kind of working your way back as to what things am I going to need? Am I going to need materials? Am I going to need a location? Am I going to need outside contractors, to come in and
Uh-huh.
do whatever that goal is. So kind of work your way from when you identify that goal and then kind of working backwards to simplify it down into small parts.
Yeah.
I would think that would be the first step, to be honest.
That definitely is, and especially when
Mhm.
it comes to a roadmap, when it is things like weddings and graduations, things that you're
Yeah.
already emotionally kind of charged on,
Mhm.
you definitely want to have an idea of what you want that end product to look like, what that end budget looks like,
Yeah.
because you can add things on and all of that, and you will start with a modest budget. And if you don't watch it, it can get crazy. And how
Ooh.
often do we hear that people spend so much on weddings, like, and now so much on like promposals and,
Oh my
and
gosh.
send the
Those
kids off to
proms,
the
they be
prom and all
beautiful, but
that.
I be like, what, wait a
They
minute, hold
cost more than the wedding now.
up.
you
But
know,
setting that goal is important. So if your budget is, let's say, 15,000 for your wedding, y'all agreed on that. You and your
yeah,
spouse agreed on that, and don't go above it. Now you
yeah,
don't put yourself in a situation where it's financially challenging. So you work with that end in mind,
yeah,
and now you can plug in everything else,
yeah,
to get to that goal. So
yeah,
I like
yep,
that.
yep, yep.
Can
Put
I
the
can I tell a
maintenance.
quick story? I want
Certainly,
to take just
always.
a
We
real quick
love a
story,
story
y'all.
here.
So look, I know a lot of people like the big wedding. I don't know that I really wanted a big wedding. I just wanted to be in love. I just wanted to find my soulmate, right? And we
I
actually
hear
got married.
violins. I hear the angels playing the violins. Oh my gosh.
And we actually got married in 8 days. And so people are like, what? How did you do that? I mean, we literally
Thank you.
we made a decision that we were gonna get married, and we were gonna get married next week. I was like, what? Okay,
Yeah.
let's do
Hey,
it.
if you
So
decide, you decide.
a lot of times when you commit to something, and that commitment, you guys, a lot of times you set that date, you like, okay, this is the date. You can work
Mm-hmm.
again, working. I had the date,
Yep.
and I worked towards that date. So I kind of, okay, this is what I needed to do. I need to get the marriage license. I needed to find a dress. He needed to get a tux. We need to get the rings. All of this
Mm-hmm.
in a short period of time. The shoes, the makeup, and all of this stuff, and be able to set up the reception and all of that. So I
Yeah.
got married at the courthouse in 8 days. I had the dress, the rings, everything. We had everything done. We had about, the max is like 20 people, at
Mm-hmm.
the courthouse. I think it was 31 people there. I don't even know how 31 people got there. I know I ain't sent an invitation to
Hold
31
on, she
people.
at the courthouse breaking rules. How you breaking rules at the courthouse?
Girl, and then the Most High just blessed us because we were actually the only people getting married that day, and it was beautiful. It was a beautiful day. It was sunny. It was probably maybe between 70 75. And we had about 20 people come to the reception. This is last minute. We're talking 8 days to get people
Yeah.
here. 31 people showed up. We had about 18 to 20 people at the reception. Then we had a dinner that night where we had about 16 people show up who couldn't make it to the other thing. So when I tell you the love is real, the love is real.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's beautiful. But
Um,
one thing you said that
yeah.
it is the setting the date.
Yes.
We talk about that. If it's not on your calendar, it doesn't exist.
That's it.
Set a date. set a date for these things
It's
so
a
that it can
commitment.
become real,
It's a
write
commitment.
the vision and make it plain. And
That's
that often
it.
starts with putting a date down.
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely. I love it.
our next point too, which kind of is in line with like setting dates, is budget like a boss. Like reallocate your expenses. And y'all know I always say you got to CEO this thing. You've
Yep.
got to CEO your life and your finances. You got to make executive decisions, call executive meetings, and things of that nature. But budget like a boss.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I love what you said. And since we're on the love and wedding theme, I guess we'll just stay in that vein. But when it comes to your wedding, like what are the most important things? And
Yeah.
where are you willing to allocate 20% of your overall budget or 10% of your overall budget? But you've got to one, keep the main thing the main thing. And of course,
Yes.
especially as women, you want a beautiful wedding and all of that. However, you still want to make sure that you have a legacy left for the, like from the union, right?
Yep.
Like you want a beautiful wedding, but you want to
Yep.
make sure that you have a powerful legacy that is coming
Absolutely.
together and being united. So you've got a budget like a boss.
Yeah. And one thing you said, I want to touch on this, the reallocating, guys. This is so key because when putting together a budget, when you're budgeting like a boss, you're keeping the main thing the main thing. So you're number one, you're writing it out. You need to see where you're going. But when we talk about reallocating, sometimes you have to move things around,
Mhm.
and it doesn't just have to be money, it can be time. So budgeting can be time or money, right?
And
If you know
Mercedes,
that,
we're talking about weddings.
yes,
Reallocating, you're bringing two lives together. It may
exactly.
not be money. It may be what's more important. You may want a
Exactly.
beautiful reception and your husband like,
Yes.
I ain't really tripping off of that. So you may
Yep.
have to reallocate a whole lot.
Oh yeah. I
Mhm.
like that term reallocating, moving things around, guys. You gotta keep the main thing, but sometimes just move it around. How you're spending your time, how do you spend your money? I once gave up Starbucks years ago to reallocate that $150 I was spending a month. I bought a simple coffee pot. I took that. I started to max fund my son's education plan. So there's different ways to kind of think about it. So that's just one
Yeah.
example.
Yeah. Yeah. So moving from there, finally, using or considering the best savings
Yeah.
vehicles. So
Mm-hmm.
we have created a roadmap. We're budgeting like a boss. We're
Yep.
CEOing this thing. And now, like, what are some vehicles that we can have in place, or as you like, and sometimes it's the chicken or the egg, it's the
Yeah.
goal or the finances, but either way, like what are some vehicles, because they both work hand in hand.
Yeah. Well, the first thing you got to consider when do you need access to the money? I think that's the
Mhm.
key when first determining what vehicle to use, whether it's a long-term, short-term financial goal, that will help you determine what vehicle you're going to use.
Thank you.
So,
Because you can't pull everything out of your 401k. And
it's
that's where a
it's
lot
the
of people
worst
get things
enemy.
wrong.
It's
Yeah.
the worst enemy of our money, guys. Taxes is the worst enemy of our money. And a lot of times I think people make the biggest mistake because they don't understand accessibility and flexibility. With understanding those two things, you can identify what financial vehicle is going to be best fit for you in your
Thank you.
season, because seasons change, right?
Yeah.
So long term or short term, you must consider accessibility and flexibility
Yeah.
and
And one
growth,
thing
of course.
I'll add
Mhm.
too is we're talking about life's major goals. And
Yeah.
we,
Yeah.
lovebirds and wives and future wives, we're speaking about marriage, but overall we said goals. So
Hmm.
I love how you said you have to consider, and this
Yeah.
goes back to your point before, how you start with the end in mind and reverse
Yeah.
engineer back,
Yeah.
because for the wedding, it may be a short-term vehicle that you
Yep.
need to put in place. We may
Hmm.
need to push the wedding out a year because we need to find a high yielding account or something to get a
Yeah.
return on. Or
Yeah.
if we've planned properly and we've already have money that's growing in certain places, we may be able to do things in the shorter term. But I really want to emphasize before we close out today's message that your goals need to be aligned, whether it's short term or long term, with proper financial vehicles that will really capitalize and maximize what your goals are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that. I
Well,
love
this
that.
is good. I could talk about
Yeah.
love and goals for a long time, but
Yes.
we come to you all in 15 minutes with great information.
Yep.
Be sure to book your 15-minute consultation on whatever platform you're seeing this. Our link is in the bio. You know how to find us. Our handles and all of that are here. Tribe, we love you all. We want you all to be great and live powerful legacies and a life by design. That's all I got, Mercedes.
Yes, that is perfect. And we can't wait till your wedding. Very excited. Thank you guys.
Yes,
Thank
yes.
you.
And see you all on a consultation. Book your consultation today.